times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's.
Unleashes one deep. And he's got it! Touchdown Sooner! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll try the run. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Sampson. He's got his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. He's looking downfield to throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Nevada is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over Colorado State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. He's there to make the stop.
It really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses to 40. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Touch pass on the run. And he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Georgia! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. Be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. Just plowing down the field. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that is no good. And it is still a 4-point deficit. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead and running around the outside.
From the 30-yard line on first down. The inside handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Acho. He finds his man. They'll immediately call timeout.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They want to run this quarterback. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Coaches say, we can't play you if you don't do what you're coached to do. We also can't play you if you only do what you're coached to do. That was just a great instinctive play.
That's a lot of do's, so I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? All I know is that guy's fast, and he continues to break tackles and make plays and scramble outside the pocket. He can do it all, so I don't know what to do.
They'll need urgency and efficiency. 10 seconds left on the clock before halftime. It's 1st and 10. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air, it's Sampson. Feeling some heat. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're going to get on top in this game. They're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
At the 45, on his way. Off he goes. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They got it down to the 21. And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Acho. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Dogs will try to move the chains on 4th down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Offense set on 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moncrief. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play and guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the ground to try to move the chains. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. It's a 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Casey. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nice move to stay on his feet. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Will put them up here in the 2nd half. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the second half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see who can step up here and make a play.
And I'm not concerned about the other offense. Just do you. Do what you've done to be successful throughout this game.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. Holding. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Still on his feet at the 45. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Looking for a crease to the left. Still running at the 40. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the ground.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the... He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a man. It's Acho. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Dogs are in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the run again. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
I'll tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The give to the lone running back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best player, so get them in match.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, that one fell incomplete, but they know they're only one big completion away here from getting that field goal they need so bad. They have time to get a first down, clock it, or use the sideline to stop the clock and put them in position.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. To the air. It's Acho. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. This for the lead and very likely the win. Absolutely perfect. Celebration is wild on the sidelines as they've taken the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout